Entrepreneurship is key to the development of a country. There are, however, some kind of entrepreneurships that the majority of youth in this country don't find it interesting to do. Indeed, growing up in the countryside, we were always asked to work extra hard so that we do not end up being farmers. Is farming really such a bad idea? This is my perfect country.
Dairy farming makes an important contribution to Kenya's economy by ensuring a safe and reliable food supply, as well as creating job opportunities. Agriculture is indeed essential, but the question is, in this age of joblessness, why are the youth not investing in agriculture? Agriculture has long been regarded as the backbone of Kenya's economy, and yet according to the United Nations, African youth are leaving farming at such alarming rates. This despite the fact that Kenya's unemployment rate currently stands at 40%. So what makes African youth lose interest in agriculture?
Agriculture in Africa it doesn't really pay off. There are a lot of middlemen that make money out of the hard-working farmers. I'll give you an example. Look at the price of milk right now. Kenyans are buying milk at 170 shillings while the farmer is selling at 30 shillings. Why would I go and do farming when they are ripping us off? The government does not support you. There are no subsidies for farmers. And at the end of the day, it is a pointless, thankless job.
The moment that the youth get up, the moment they wake up and realize that there are opportunities, there are lands lying all over, without anybody doing anything about them. Look at this piece of land. I'm so sure that Daystar could say, some youths here would be like, why can't we suggest to Daystar that we start ABCD and do irrigation? Because it is taking people to the next generation, whether it's fruits, watermelons, anything, you name it. Even if you decide to plant trees and then after 10 years or so you cut them down and sell them, there is money.
A strong illusion out there is that this job is not cool. Others think that this is a dirty job. But the point to remember is that there are 40 million Kenyans, 40 million stomachs to feed 3 times or more a day. Some of the reasons why youth do not find agriculture to be interesting include lack of access to information, lack of credit, and negative perceptions around farming, some of which shaped primarily by the significant barriers in accessing capital. So are youth justified in leaving agriculture? I went to talk to manager at Alfin Farm, one of the leading producers of yogurt in Machakos County.
Dairy farming, there is challenges in dairy farming. So it's not easy for dairy farming to the farmers. You must work hard.
This state of affairs has prompted concerns among some quarters of experts who've pointed out its unsustainability. So should youth only rely on white-collar jobs? I met with Kevin Mutuo and Richard Mutiso, who work at Daystar University's finance office, and this is what they had to say. First, Kevin Mutuo.
I think we are doing too much of importations of a lot of things, and then if we don't even produce ours, including the agricultural one, then it will be handy for us to come up with a sustainable economy. So I think for us to sustain our economy, it is our duty to encourage the youths to get into activities like farming or poultry, dairy
businesses. Like agri-business, whereby they want to become like dairy farming or any other business where they can engage into. It gives them an opportunity even to explore their talents, and it also gives them the opportunity to even employ other people.
Agriculture is a major industry here in Kenya, and for a country that is not food secure, this is even more crucial. For my perfect country, I am Jepkoech Kendagor.
Business is indeed essential for the development of this country, and with me to discuss this issue is none other than Fred Nsioki. Fred, introduce yourself.
I'm a farmer. and I also work for Safaricom.
So many youths try to do businesses and yet they fail within a few months. What really is the cause of this failure?
Well, business is not easy, and at the same time it's not difficult. I've been in the corporate world for the last many years now, close to 12 years. What I keep on learning every day is that for any business to succeed, you must have all the key ingredients in place. And this begins from simple things with a vision that is quite clear, a strategy and a plan that is solid. And of course, you need the other stuff that you need to execute. To your question about the youth, it said only 5% of business that begin in Kenya actually see the third year. And that's not it, it could actually be less than that. So for me, the question is, what kind of a business are you getting into it? Why are you getting into it? What support mechanism do you have for your business to succeed? So most of us, we get into business because we believe that I need to get into it. But very few of us give it the seriousness and decide to think through your plan, how solid is it, where you getting your capital, where you're going to sell your stuff if you're producing it. So it's a bigger problem than the other statement.
Do you think government should support the youth in terms of training, finances, capital, such kind of a thing?
Well, the answer to that is yes. The question is to what extent. The government has tried to some extent to give out some youth development funds in the last, I guess, 5-6 years now. The adoption of it has not been as good as it should be. But for me, I keep on saying yes, this is what the government needs to do, but what as a youth, what is your role? What is your dream when you say that you want to start a business? So loan is a big issue, capital for businesses. Capacity building, the biggest headache again. So yeah, the answer yes, the government needs to play a role.
What are some of those challenges that you face?
Well, I've been doing a couple of businesses before. That's not in farming, but I've done emphasizing at some point. I've run a restaurant at some point. Before I settled on dairy farming, for me, it's a passion. And because of the passion, it's easy for me to overcome some of the challenges that I face. But the critical challenges that you meet personally, one, to get cheap source of capital is a big issue. In dairy, the biggest headache is actually how to manage your cost of production. In a market where you may not have a lot of control as far as your price and your cost is concerned, for me I always say the biggest headache is how do you manage the cost of production vis-a-vis the price at which you would buy it. So for me that's a key issue. The biggest of all is actually management. So we get into this business and I'm busy. In the dairy industry, there are very few people you can actually call in and tell them, I want you to run my business. They are not there at all. And if there is an area that I would actually encourage the government to put in a lot of effort through extension services, is actually how to support the dairy industry from a management perspective, what it is wanting.
Most of us want to graduate with a good degree, after that get a good job with a good salary without having to really go into the not cool businesses like dairy farming. Our education system is also to blame for such a mentality.
I mean, in a big way. First of all, we're in an age of digitization. And that means the millennials that we discuss it today, they actually get into a stress where it's not your usual kind of an environment for business. The question is, these youth that we are talking about, who are their mentors? Who are the people they talk to? The so-called stuff that people discuss about, the opportunity is also limited. So for me, I keep on saying, get into an area where you're going to create your own niche. But the most important thing, even before you talk about whether the thing is cool or not, are you passionate about what you want to do? If the passion is there, you can overcome anything. If the passion is not there, whether it is cool or not, then there you go. And for me, I would encourage the youth to really reconsider what they term is cool or not. It is being projected that the world produces about 40% of what is expected to be consumed globally. I was reading a report last week that said by 2050, food production, we need to produce more capacity, more than 70% of what we are producing today. So it may appear not to be cool, but if the opportunity that way it is, then you need to get the resources and you find time to do what is cool with the resources that you get.
Oh, Egg McMuffin. Good call, babe. Fresh cracked egg. Oh, look at all the fruit in here.
We've got to try this, honey.
Oh, you're not my honey.
It's so good.
The simple joy of getting lost in a great breakfast.
That's actually how we met.
You.
So for me, I sell cars online on a freelance. At least in a week I can get 10K.
For my case, I also do side hustle. Apart from work, I side hustle. I sell bottles, I sell lady stuff, clothes and accessories online. At least I earn some money in a day. Like I get to earn at a Kani Punch in a resort mahali.
If this country has to be food secure, then we have to change the perception of the youth. This has been my perfect country, and until next time, I leave you.